when you hear the award that we're gonna give Pete, you can see that I did a very short video expose of the work that Pete does and the sports that he covers, and his knowledge of those sports. He teaches you along the way. And also, he knows these kids. He knows them so well. I think he knows their parents, and he knows the kids, and he even does a great job at calling for the other team. You could almost send it to them, and he's very objective. He never questions the refs. So he's just a gentleman about how he handles it, and it's just so professional. I think it's really a wonderful job. I'm going to have Cindy come up and help me with this, but I was going to just do a little roast for Peter here for a second. And the roast is, I can see Peter 20 years from now when he's in the senior home, and he's there with his camera and his headphone. He's going, okay, Marvin is the top in his pair here at the shuffleboard tournament, and he's winding up, and there he goes. Oh my word! I think he's had an overextension of his elbow. That's sad to finish up the season that way. Now we're over at the canasta table, and he goes, all right, so Betty, I can't believe it, Betty's had her 8th splash of the season. Maybe some dominoes. I think it's just in his blood, so just a little roast for Peter. She has some experience about how to put these things together, far more than me, and so she did a really eloquent job of writing this for Peter. She's worked with him a lot longer than I have, but I've just been very grateful to work with you, Peter. So here's some.
Well, you know, it's one thing, you can Google awards and you can steal a lot of stuff. The wonderful thing about Pete Walker, I have for now 18 years that I've worked for the town, answered the phone to my children. I can't make that up. Where was I? No, 18 years. Pete Walker definitely is the voice of the Gorham Rams. And if you ever watch high school basketball on Maine Public Television, now I love that, and it's why I'm a member of Maine Public Television, because I'm not going to drive to all those tournament games, but I would gladly give them my tournament entry fee and a little bit of gas money, and then be able to watch those games. Well, Ben Gibson, and what's that guy's name? Don Cheever, and the other fellow that does the game, I don't know his name, because see, he's not the voice of anything. I have 18 years said, Pete, would you please go to Maine Public Television, take a week and go to tournament week and just do those games. Because it won't matter that they're not Gorham. He will know every class, boy, girl, A, B, C, D, all divisions, east, west, and he would call a game that you don't have to see it. You will know. You will know what's going on because he will give you every detail of every minute of every player that's on the floor. And he still hasn't gone, but by golly, one of these days I'm going to get him at Maine Public Television. What's unique about Pete and Gorham Community Access Television, Gorham is really spoiled and they don't know it. Because they have people like Pete, and they have people like Dick Portwine and Nick Walker and Jack Critchlet, God rest his soul, who have had this channel on the air for, we've been on the air the longest of anybody in Cumberland County. So there's a little tidbit. People like that keep a station on the air. Stuff like that keep people watching it. Kids will get footage to put their college application together in attempting to get a scholarship or even just to look as a walk-on to try to get to play in a game because Pete Walker was out there and did it. That's the sole God's honest truth. If he wasn't out there getting it, we wouldn't have those videos to give to those channels, and it's my fault. So that along with many, many other things, and that is really just a really tiny little piece of the stuff that Pete has done. And I don't know anything about field hockey, and it's a great thing that Pete tells me when he's calling a field hockey game, because to me field hockey is girls run around with a stick, and then they blow the whistle, and they all turn around and run the other way. I never know why, but Pete gives you that play-by-play, and then you know why. So, and I consider myself somewhat of a sports enthusiast, but that game's hard for me. So, to Pete Walker, without further ado, in appreciation and recognition of Pete Walker. Well, I should have said Pete. Did I write Peter? Peter Walker. Did you know his name is Walter? Little known fact, that's his real name. Peter Walker, for over 25 years of tireless efforts, dedication, and volunteer service to Gorham Community Access Television, Pete has contributed well over 1,000 hours of GOCAT programming with his productions of Gorham High School athletics and community special events. Pete Walker is the voice of the Rams, and we thank him for his time and talent, given this 12th day of February, 2009, Gorham Community Access Television, Town of Gorham, Maine. Pete Walker.
And he steps forward and takes it further.
I like to be behind the screen, behind the camera where you can't see me. It's much better that way. I was once asked why I do this, and it's really quite simple. When I was in high school, my community gave to me, and they took me under their wing, and I've been giving back ever since. And I do it because I love it, and I love my community. It's basically that simple. Just giving back to what was given to me. Georgia, Cindy, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Brett Walker on his second attempt at 5'10". As Brett Walker declares 5'10", and he's excited. That was a very nice jump on his part.